Hey, welcome back to Unconventional Itinerary. Today, I am going to go over what to expect during your C&P appointment with the VA. If you have a C&P appointment scheduled or you're going for a re-evaluation, you don't want to miss this video, so stay tuned. Welcome back. If this is your first time here, my name is Heather and I am a veteran of the United States Navy, and I recently was med boarded back in 2017, and now I am officially medically retired through the Navy. If you haven't checked out those videos and you have questions, there are two videos that I will tag at the top of this page so you can go check out afterwards. But before I begin, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button on my channel so you don't miss any of my videos. Yesterday, I had a C&P appointment. They were re-evaluations, and I really wasn't sure what one of them were for, since I was not rated for a specific name that was on the paperwork, which was rheumatoid arthritis, which is not listed under any of my disabilities. So I went and I will talk to you guys about what happened at that appointment. But pretty much what happens, a C&P appointment, it's an appointment that's going to evaluate you so the VA knows how severe your medical condition is. You know, it's either going to be, you know, worse or chronic or stable or static. There's many different words that you can use to describe your medical condition. And the VA wants to make sure that you are getting the correct rating that you deserve based off of what your medical conditions and what you are able to do and what you're not able to do. So normally what happens, everyone normally has a e-benefits account. And if you don't have one, you really need to set up one, because that's how you're gonna, you know, get all your benefit letters. You're gonna see your direct deposit. You're gonna see how much money that you're getting, what your disability ratings are. It's all located on there. So anytime there's a new claim or a reevaluation on there, you will see it on there. So once you see it on there, normally you will receive two types of letters in the mail. You actually will receive a certified letter. All of mine have come from FedEx, but yours might come from a different provider based on where you are located at. And then I also get a letter via email to let me know, hey, you know, you are scheduled for this appointment on this date with this provider. Let us know if you can or cannot make it. Now, originally, when I was scheduled for one, I did not know I had a reevaluation, but when I was scheduled, I was currently in Mexico, so I had to reschedule that appointment because it was, I think, maybe a week later from the date they called me, and I was not even in the States yet. I wasn't going to be in the States for a few more weeks. Plus, I had to self-quarantine for 14 days. So I had to have it rescheduled, and I ended up having it rescheduled to yesterday, which was the 2nd of December. So at these appointments, the main focus of the appointment is to just evaluate you. You know, you're going to sit there and you are going to talk to the doctor. So I'm going to share specifically my experience getting reevaluated for flat foot, lower back pain, and also rheumatoid arthritis, which turned out to actually be my Sjogren's syndrome. So when I arrived there, the appointment is a long appointment. The paperwork does state that it will be a long appointment. I believe it was like, it says 75 minutes to 90 minutes appointment. And when I got there, the doctor just basically said, hey, we are going to just talk about you and your, you know, your health and what's been going on. So I started to explain my, you know, my medical history and story about when I joined the Navy. I was 100% healthy. I did not have any health issues. I did not have flat feet. I was 22 years old in the Navy, and nothing was wrong with me. And it wasn't until my first deployment, when I received the anthrax vaccination, was when I started developing all these health issues. So I explained that I had like the butterfly rash. If some of you that are watching this know me from my Big E days, you guys know how red my face always was. You guys know how red my eyes were. Like, it was a constant thing, and people would always ask me, are you high? Are you crying? You know, did someone hit you in the face? And those were all, you know, signs of lupus because of the butterfly rash. There are also signs of Sjogren's syndrome because it affects your eyes and your throat, and all your moisture glands. So I explained that to her, and I also explained my first flare-up, major flare-up that I had experienced in Japan. And she asked me to describe that, and I did. She also asked me when I was officially diagnosed with Sjogren's syndrome, and I explained to her that originally I was misdiagnosed. Back in 2010, I was told I had chronic conjunctivitis, which is just pink eye. But it wasn't until 4 years later I was told that I was officially diagnosed with Sjogren's syndrome, and that included a blood work panel, and that also included getting the glands taken out of my lip and sent to a pharmacy or a laboratory. So from there, she just talked about my everyday life, how my medical issues affect my everyday life. And I explained to her that I'm able to do this, I'm unable to do that. When I don't feel good, I have to rest. And she asked if I was working. I said, no, I haven't worked since 2015, I believe. 2016, I have not worked at all. Even when I was still in the Navy, I was on bed rest. I started with half days. I was eventually put on bed rest for my last active duty days while in the Navy. She asked me other things like, okay, are you able to care for yourself? Do you have to have someone else come care for you? Are you able to take care of your child? And I said, well, my daughter's 13. And I told her if I had a younger child, then I probably would not be able to care for a baby by myself. So the conversation, they went on for about an hour almost, I would say. She also asked to describe, my pain level and describe where the pain is at. And it's really important that you physically or verbally and physically show these, your doctor or whoever's doing the appointment what's wrong with you or how the pain feels, or just being very descriptive. For example, with my back pain, it starts in my lower back, and I compared it to an avocado, how you have the avocado seed, and then you have the avocado itself, and then you have the skin. So what I explained was for my back pain, it starts out, the pain starts like if it was like a seed, and then as it's growing, or you get to the part of the avocado that you actually eat, that's how it expands. And when it gets to the core, the skin of the avocado, that's when the pressure is the worst, because it feels like it's trying to get out, but it can't get out because it's contained. That's really important. If you are having that type of pain as well, you can use what I just used as an example. Another question that she asked me was, describe your pain, your overall pain in your body. Now, daily, I have chronic pain. I'm on a lot of medication. I take pain medication that helps with the pain, but that doesn't alleviate all the pain. So when I explained, on my worst days, and just about almost every day, my pain, it can vary from throbbing pain, and the throbbing pain is in my elbows, in my joints, in my feet. On my worst days, it feels like my blood is boiling underneath my skin. It's very sharp. It's very achy. And I have no control over it. And I told her, I just lay down, and that's really the only way I feel relief. It's just to lay down when I actually don't feel good. So towards the end of my appointment, they actually did like a physical exam. The doctor did a physical exam. So she had previously asked me questions about, my feet, for example. And I answered yes or no. And then when she did the exam, she said that, oh, you told me no, you don't feel this, or this isn't painful. I said, it's not. She's like, but I'm touching it. I said, oh, because I thought when you asked the first time, you were talking about the bottom half of my feet. So if you really don't understand the question, just ask again. Like every question that she asked, I just asked her to rephrase it so I can fully understand, because she's using big medical terms, and I just know the basic. And just ask and ask and ask. It's not going to hurt just to ask or for the doctor to rephrase the question so you're able to answer it truthfully and to your best knowledge. So after she did the exam with my feet, she had me sit on like a medical bed, in a sense, like an examination bed. and she did like the I don't know what it's called, but they like hit your kneecap reflex test. And then she was feeling my legs and my ankles and everything, and she was saying how oh, you feel very swollen and everything. I'm like, yes, because I don't feel good and I have inflammation. You know, that's what happens when you have autoimmune diseases. You do have the inflammation. It never really ever goes away. It could fluctuate to being really high. It could be fluctuating to be really low. So at least she was able to see that, because if you look at me and you're watching this video, you would not know that I have an autoimmune disease. I look completely normal, you know, but on the inside, my body is attacking each other every single day. Another thing you definitely want to bring to your medical appointment is your medical records. I did not bring my medical records because it did not state to bring them, and it told me to mail them to the VA. I don't get seen by the VA. All my appointments are outsourced because the VA says that they're unable to treat me, or they're not qualified to treat me. So I had talked to the VA today, and I'm going to request my rheumatologist to send over my records to the VA. Another thing that you should have, or at least know your dosage and the name of the medicine, is the medication that you're on. You know, I had my list. I think I have 12 different medications that I take. And I was like, okay, this is this is that, this is the milligrams, this is the MCGs. You know, it's really important that they know that, because like I said, they won't know. They might be able to pull your social and see the medication, but what if you're taking more medication that's not under your social? You know, sometimes that does happen where it's just not listed. So my takeaway from this is, if you don't know, just for instance, what I was saying about the rheumatoid arthritis, how it was listed as a re-eval, I thought it was something new, but really it was my re-evaluation for Sjogren's syndrome. Then you should call and ask so you're better prepared. I do feel like I wasn't prepared as I should have been, because my Sjogren's syndrome, I am rated solely 100% just off that particular medical condition. All my other ones are like 20s, 30s with the rating, but be prepared. My advice, if you're watching this, is make sure you express, like, you have to get these people to visualize, you know, what you experience on a day-to-day period. You know, just for example, there was another test that's done because I have lower back pain, where I have to like lean forward, I have to lean back, and move side to side, and it's all measured. Now, if you have back problems like me, this isn't you trying to show how flexible you are like a PRT. You know, if you can only lean forward so much on your worst day, then that's how forward you need, that's how much you need to lean forward. If you can only lean side to side so much on your worst day, that's what you need to show them. Because if you show them, hey, I'm able to lean this way, I'm able to lean that way, front and back, then they're going to record that as, okay, this person is flexible, there's nothing wrong with them. But if they see that on your worst day, you are unable to lean forward, lean back, bend over, touch your toes, do anything, then they're going to document that. And I think that's what's really, really important. I also think that you should, now I wouldn't say lie, I would just say maybe really express how your medical problem or issues, you know, affect you day to day. You know, can you do this? Can you do that? Do you need help? Do you have to lay in bed? These are questions that may or may not be asked. And I remember back in 2017, when I went for my first CMP exams, I had no idea what to expect. No one told me anything. I went in there, I answered it to the best of my knowledge, and I expressed, you know, I am unable to do these things. This is how it affects me. This is why I'm unable to obtain work. So it's really important. And definitely if you are doing any type of therapies, like for me, I've done aquatic therapy, I've done sports medicine, I've gotten chiropractic care, I've gotten shots, and you just have to share with them that you are getting, you know, these types of treatments, or you are going to the doctor and you are under care. So I hope this answered your question. I know this video was kind of last minute. I figured I just wanted to talk about it before I forget about the appointment and the things that were asked. So if you have any questions or comments, please drop them in the comment section. I will definitely be answering them. And feel free to reach out to me if you have any personal questions. You can find me on Instagram. My handle is Heathers_amazing_journey. So thank you for watching, and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button below. Bye.